thing to remember is we're all Chucky. And we're all with me. Let's check the running joke. Okay, let's check the
So even though I'm the last person to want a Chucky house, I was the first person
Next victim, please. Let's keep this moving. 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 Next victim, please. Starts to get really choked up. Let's add some Christmas spirit. Time to spread. The guy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. We are live, and I am Giovanni, and this is the Met Report, except it is possessed by Horror Talk, a show about horror news and just horror talk in general. And today, I'm actually being joined by a new guest. He has never been on the YouTube channel, The Movie Canon, before. So I'm going to present him in just a bit here. But thank you guys for watching right now live. Let me know, guys, if there's any issues with the picture, with the sound, anything like that. Let me know. I don't think I'm muted right now, so hopefully that's the case. And let me just play a little music here. And also, guys, I just played the music last time when I was doing the Figures Talk show. It was kind of low. So let me know if the music is too low or it's too loud. It's supposedly playing now, so just let me know, guys. I would greatly appreciate that. But before we go and get started, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to my guest today, which I'm very excited to have him here. We have actually, let me try to see if I can move this here. Okay, so here we go. Mr. Austin Nicholas, he is here.
Hey, Gio, thanks for having me, man.
How you doing, Austin?
Oh, I'm good. Ready for some movie talk with you, buddy.
Yeah, but very excited to have you here, Austin. Like I said, we were talking backstage, and we've been trying to set something up here, but scheduling and stuff like that. So we finally have you here, Austin. So thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, I'm glad we can make it work. We got some fun topics too.
Yeah, and speaking of those topics, so I'm going to talk about. There's some information about the Scream franchise, which it's been around, throughout the weeks, about things that are happening with the actual franchise itself. So we'll talk about that for a little bit. And there's also some announcement of the Until Dawn film adaptation. It's based on a video game. We'll talk about that very briefly. And there's a 2024 horror movie slate, which Austin and I will talk about in just a moment as well. And of course, we do we're going to have Austin play Buy, Rent, or Destroy, which I'll give you some more details about that in just a bit, Austin. And then also just some other little things here that we'll bring up. But so one of the things that I wanted to do real quick here is, as we have the Funko giveaways that I do on my channel, I am going to choose two winners. So there'll be two giveaways today. There's the THRAWN. Let me actually move this around here so that you can see it. We have the THRAWN Funko giveaway, so that one is going to be given away today. And let me see here. Oh, here it is. I'm trying to move things around here. Okay, so there it is. Better shot right there. So THRAWN, Grand Admiral THRAWN. So this giveaway will be given out today. There will be a trivia question towards the end of the stream. You must be a subscriber to the Movie Canon YouTube channel or following the Instagram page. I'll give you guys more details in just a bit here. And we also going to do the mystery Funko Pop giveaway. Same thing. Must be a subscriber and all the other stuff. There'll be a different trivia questions for this one, and I'll reveal who the Funko is until we actually select the winner. So make sure that you're live in the chat here. And I also announced two other ones. The winner won't be announced today, but there's two Funko giveaways as well. Now these is going to depend on the number of entries. So I usually have about 35 minimum entries that I would need to activate a Funko Pop giveaway, especially when a big one like this one, or these two. So whoever gets, whichever Funko gets the minimum entries first, that will be activated, and then I'll give that one away. And then of course I'll let you guys know when that giveaway will actually be announced and things like that. So let's see here. So let's go back to let's look at the chat. Let's look at the chat real quick here. Let's see what we have. Let's see. I see a few comments in there, so let me try to go back all the way to the very top here. Okay, so we have Steven Spencer says, hell yeah, awesome, man. I think you, Spencer, I think you sent this out like a couple of days ago, so thank you for that, and thank you for dropping by here. So some guy saying, what's up, my favorite peoples? Thank you, some guy, for dropping by here today. You've been on in the live chat for a bit here. We have here, wow, we get to see the GOAT, Austin. Yes, definitely, Mr. Austin. Definitely. Let's see, some guy, you are the GOAT. So yeah, that's
shout out to some guy. Some guy is the GOAT. At least in my sphere of like the collecting community, some guy, for all the YouTubers who do live streams or whatnot, he comes in great fashion to come in and help with the live stream and the comments and put in the links and interact in the chat. He's the best.
Yeah, I've seen him on my live streams, and I've seen him around other shows like Hopper Drop and stuff like that. So very nice of you, Mr. Some Guy, for supporting all of us here. We have Debbie Rastelli says, "Hi all, I'll be back." Okay, looks like she'll be back. Darren Wardle says, "My first horror meet." Oh, really? Okay, so there's going to be plenty of horrorness going on here today. Horrorness going on. Love Chucky. So don't we all love Chucky? You love Chucky, right, Austin?
Yeah, I do. Haha.
There you go. So you have your own. I mean, I have a Chucky doll too, but yours is much better.
Oh, I don't know about much better. Definitely handy's right there, so that helps.
Yes. So we have Storm saying hi, guys. So hello there, Storm. Thank you so much for dropping by here today. Then we have Darren. I told you Chucky was fun, and yes, Chucky is a lot of fun. Some Guy says, make sure you like and subscribe to the canon. So thank you so much, Mr. Some Guy. Yes, everyone, please hit the like button. It will help the channel, so I really do appreciate that. So I'm just saying hello to Geo to me. So hello there, Storm. And then we have Mr. Brick Artemis dropping by. Says, let's go. What is up? So how are you doing, Mr. Brick Artemis? Now, he was on my channel on the Met Report last Saturday, so if you guys have not seen that, definitely check that out. And then Brick is launching a new show, a figures and movie show on Monday nights. I think it's 6:30 Pacific time, so definitely check that out. And we have so I'm just saying hi, Bricks. So yeah. Ryan Riley says, what's up, my peeps? Hello there, Mr. Ryan Riley. I know you won the big Funko giveaway that I did a couple weeks ago or so.
Congrats.
And Austin is saying hello to everyone here, and Brick saying hey to Storm. Let's see. Austin, so good to see you on. Yes, we're very excited to have Austin Nicholas here for some horror talk. Greatly appreciate him coming here. Where'd you get that? Cody says hello. How you doing there, Mr. Cody? Where'd you get that? Thank you so much for the shout out that you gave me on my channel and on your own show, your own YouTube channel. Really do appreciate that. Very, very nice.
Oh, that's a big compliment right there.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Let's see, Austin Nicholas, the Brick, always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have Mr. Brick with us. Whether it's here in the channel, in the video, or in the live chat. Let's see. Storm, anyone else get a ton of snow? And then Austin, what's your situation with snow and winter weather and all that stuff?
Yeah, we got plagued with quite a bit. And quite a bit is relative, because I know a lot of places like Washington, Maryland, Virginia, a lot of them got quite a bit more than here in Arkansas. We had a lot of ice. And the thing is, here in Arkansas, we don't have the means to prep for any of it. We don't really have, we don't see any salt trucks going around beforehand, or any trucks going up and like plowing up the snow or anything. So when it snows and it ices, it kind of leaves us a bit stranded if you don't have a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it hit us for a few days. I think I worked from home maybe like 2 or 3 business days, or 2.5. And it wasn't bad, though. Getting stuck inside for a couple of days for a nerd like me, man, it worked out. Watch some movies, open up some action figures, do some work. It was fine. Okay, that's cool. I mean, not to like brag or anything, but in SoCal, we don't have to deal with all that stuff. So yeah, I'm surprised you even know what snow is.
Right. I mean, it's raining right now, which I was like, oh shit, it's raining, and it's like sometimes, or actually a lot of the times, we don't get that much rain. So we're getting it right now. So Brick Artemis says, some guy, nothing much. I'm excited for some horror talks. So yes, definitely.
Brick's a fan. Brick is a fan.
It says we get a lot of here in Arkansas, more ice than snow. Oh yeah, but it was brutal. Yeah. B saying the Batman is fire. Yes, definitely. So Make sure, guys, if you want that Batman lights and sounds Funko, make sure that you comment and do all the other rules that you have to do to try to activate the Funko. And I think right now, I think it is winning, I believe, between that one or the Luke versus Darth Vader Funko. Good old Spotchka, Mr. Danny. Look at this beautiful panel. Thank you for dropping by, Danny. Now, Danny is my Figures Talk champion. He won the very first tournament in my Figures Talk show last week, so he is the current champion right now. So, and then you'll see him tomorrow night as well on Figures Talk episode 3. So I'll give you guys a little bit more details towards the end here. So thank you for dropping by there, Danny. Some guy says, "Good old Spacha, what is up?" Denise Taylor Dennis says, "Are you always going to do trivia questions to pick the winners? I'm not quick enough." No, not all the time. It will happen today. Sometimes it'll be just random selections and stuff like that. Like I said, it just really depends on the number of viewers and stuff like that. So I will switch it up. For today, it will be a trivia. Let's see. Good old Spacha, some guys, he who remains. Let's see. So love all you guys from some guy. Yes, we love you, some guy. Reverse Zio dropping by as well. Carlos, thank you for dropping by there, Mr. Zio. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So Zio will also be on my Figures Talk show tomorrow night. So definitely check out Reverse Zio's channel, and then also obviously good old Spotchka as well. So we'll
that's
see
gonna be
him.
a stacked panel you have.
Actually,
Gio.
yes, it is. I'm excited, and at the same time, I'm a little scared because I never handled that many guests on my show. But I'm excited though.
You'll do fine. You know, me as a fan, you know, I'm excited to see that one. You know,
Yeah.
I know all you guys, but still so much fun to see y'all interact in a live stream. You know, especially with a different moderator like you. You know.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that. Let's see. Reversio, what up, my bro? Carlos, hope all is well. Storm saying, in East Tennessee, we got around 11 inches and ice night before last. Mountain roads were not made for snow. And then we have Beasing. I think it was last year it snowed. Yes, so I think you're in SoCal. So yes, it snowed for 2 or 3 hours, like in February last year, and I was like running around and stuff in the front yard and taking video, and it's like I don't know when this is gonna happen again, but that was cool. Mr. Evil Sneaker Steve, what is up, guys? Thank you for dropping by, Steve, and also Mr. Evil Sneaker. He will be on my show tomorrow night as well with this stacked panel with these amazing people on my channel, on my show. Very excited, and make sure to check out his channel as well. Evil Sneaker talks about 1/6 scale figures and things like that, and he has a collection tour, and I think it's someone else's tour, right? That he's doing on his show. I think it's supposed to be. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, so he has a guest coming on to his show on Tuesday,
right.
and it's like an interview style panel where Steve brings on his guest and just dive into his world of collecting, how it started, how it began, how it's going, and a lot of good organic conversation in between the questions.
Yeah, so definitely check out Evil Sneaker's channel, subscribe, and watch his content as well. Denise Taylor Dennis saying horror trivia. Well, we'll find out. We will see. Brick Artemis says, "What's up, Sneakers, Zio, and Spotchka?" Let's see. So we're just talking among yourselves. There you go. I think we're caught up. I believe we're completely caught up now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first topic here, and let me just find out what it is. Okay, so it's actually the Scream franchise talk. So right off the bat, Austin, I think we might have talked about Scream before, but I'm not entirely sure how detailed we got into it. But how much of a fan are you of the Scream franchise overall?
You know, I would say I'm a pretty big fan. I got Ghostface right here. He is a horror icon, and yeah, I have fun with the movies. Rewatch them every year.
You watch all of them?
Definitely the first two.
Right.
Okay, so definitely the first one every year. Yeah, that's a yearly watch for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest are kind of scattered.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just you pick and choose like which one you feel like, watching.
Yeah, it's kind of like
this
Nightmare on Elm
year.
Street for me.
Oh, okay.
Definitely don't rewatch them all. First one, yes. Freddy vs. Jason, yes.
Yeah.
Scream Warriors, yes. Every year.
So what's happening with this franchise specifically is Scream 6 came out last year. We had Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega who were the leads, and in Scream 5 as well. So all the planning, all the talk was Scream 7 is coming. Scream 6 made the most money that the entire franchise has ever made. So of course they're going to make a sequel. They're going to make Scream 7. And everything would seem to be moving forward. They got a director. Everything seemed to be moving smoothly and everything. And there was an issue with, I'm not going to get into details of, but Melissa Barrera made some, tweets or something related to the Israel Hamas war conflict. And Spyglass Media, who is the production company or the studio that either owns the rights or the licensing for Scream, so they dropped her. Now she's basically the lead in these new Scream movies, and so now she's not going to be in it. And shortly after that, I want to say maybe like 24 hours possibly after that, Jenna Ortega comes in and she's like, I'm out too. And I mean, the timing is a little, questionable, but there was talk even before that, maybe Jenna Ortega may not be able to be in the movie, or may not be in it as long as the other ones, because she's also filming the Wednesday season 2 for Netflix. So she's doing that. So it may, be a conflict there. So there was already kind of talk about that, but it was kind of interesting that the timing, that once they drop Melissa Barrera, that she comes out and says, I'm out too. So like at that point it's like, well, what are we going to do? These are like the two main leads. And if you guys haven't seen Scream 6, and it might be a bit of a spoiler for you, but basically the main characters survive, right? So the core 4 is what they call them. And 2 of them are gone, the 2 main ones, and now there's the other 2 that are left. And don't know what's going to happen there, but then there was the talk that perhaps Neve Campbell could come back, because there was an issue with her coming to Scream 6 because of a pay dispute of some sort, and we'll talk about that when I get into the article here. But she was not in Scream 6, so now there's a talk that maybe she'll come back to this. And I forget the name of the actor who was in Thanksgiving, and he's in Grey's Anatomy. He was also in Scream 3. He was the detective.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, I can't remember the name now. Oh, Sydney Prescott. She married the detective, right? So she married the detective. So they're married. They don't really show it in Scream 5 or anything like that, but they kind of reference it that they got married. So there was a talk like, oh, maybe Neve Campbell could come back, and then we have the actor, which I can't remember his name for some reason, but and then they could be like a couple together in this new Scream movie or whatever. But so far we don't really know. And then the director actually decided to leave because of all the drama and stuff like that. But I'll talk about what's going on with some information that Neve Campbell mentioned. It's not like official news, but it's just little things that she said. Austin, just very quickly, what are your thoughts with this whole situation here with the Scream franchise?
It's definitely muddy. It's definitely a muddy situation. I mean, granted, they have options though. It seems bad now, the fact that they lost their 2 leads currently. But we've seen other movies and companies pivot from worse than this. I know you have Neve right there, but bringing back Matthew Lillard, that could be bigger, man. That could be a bigger one. And also the thing with Scream too, I've seen, I've heard people say they should definitely like reboot it at this point and start it over. I think one of the neatest sayings is it's not a specific person. It's a mask. It can be passed down or picked up by whoever and whenever. they can start a whole new storyline within this same franchise, you know? So they have options. I don't quite know what the best thing would be for the year, though, but it's not looking great right now.
It's definitely not. And I mean, my thoughts on this is, I think if they were to completely reboot this or just have a completely new cast for a Scream 7, I don't think it's going to do well. So I think my thoughts, if you're not going to have Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, then you need to bring Neve Campbell somehow. And let me try to get to the article real quick here. So this is from the Huffington Post. So let me try to show that real quick. Hold on a moment for me while we do that.
Hey, while you're looking that up, okay, I'll pitch you something. What if they bring back Matthew Lillard? Let's say he went to like a mental institute and he gets out, and then he is getting plagued by a ghost face character, and we're actually watching it from his point of view and him being hunted down by a ghost face killer. Then, of course, always a twist at the end. I would be excited for that one.
I mean, I would totally watch that. Now, how did he survive that TV landing on his head, though? That's kind of my situation there. But you know, it's filmmaking, movie making. So I'm some reason, but
I'm definitely one to believe that plot armor could come in handy here.
Okay. Let's see here. So the article says if you had your fingers crossed that Neve Campbell would return to the Scream franchise, there might still be hope. The 7th film is in the works, but has hit numerous roadblocks, which we already talked about here. Let me go back to the Campbell part. After Campbell 50 previously stepped away from the long-running franchise over a salary dispute, after appearing in 5 of its films, the actor recently revealed that she isn't totally opposed to joining the slasher legacy. And this is just a quote from Neve Campbell. It says, "It's sad to me that they're struggling at the moment," Campbell said while speaking to IndieWire at the Saturday's BAFTA tea event in LA. "I would imagine that the people at the top are spinning a little bit, trying to make the right decision. I think I would imagine people want to do the right thing." And I think she's referring to paying her fairly. I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. Campbell, who was supposed to reprise her role of Sidney Prescott in Scream 6, added, I love this franchise. I love it for Wes Craven. I love it for all the people who've been involved and even the newer cast. I would hope it doesn't fall apart." And then also, I think this was just a couple of days ago, and let me see if I can share that. So we have Jasmine Savoy Brown says on possible return for Scream 7. So she's one of the core 4 characters. The 2 that are left over of the original cast here. Let's see here. Okay, so you guys can see it. It says, "I think if you want to ask Spyglass, which is the production company, what they're doing, you can," she told Entertainment Tonight in an interview where she also celebrated that last 2 installments of having 4 people of color in a horror film. Her future in the Scream franchise is up in the air after the actress said the movie's studio Spyglass hasn't been in touch about her potentially returning. And she's in that show, the Yellow Jackets. I don't know if you've seen it before. Austin. I mean, I liked the first season, but the second one kind of went like downhill for me. But
the Scream MTV show.
Oh, you know, I've never seen that. Have you watched that?
Oh, I'm a bit. You know what? I feel like I'm actually in the minority of people. I love the Scream TV series, and it's so odd that it's an MTV series, kind of teen boppy. But I love the first 2 seasons. Like it's a really fun. It's a fun series, and it's not too melodramatic with the teen drama for me. Good twist. Fun characters. It was good. I really liked it. I introduced that to Rachel this year. So Rachel's my girlfriend, for those who don't know. Introduced that to her, and she liked it so much. When I was at work, she finished season 2. So she binged it all without me. Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, I never seen it. I think it might be on Paramount Plus since it's an MTV show, and you know Paramount owns MTV. I think it might be on there. But no, actually, I haven't seen it yet. Let me see here. Any other final thoughts on just Scream the franchise before we move on with this?
Yeah, what do you think about Scream 6?
I really like Scream 6, and it was kind of. I was concerned because Scream 5 came out like in January of 2022, and then within like maybe a month, they announced that they're making another one, and then they said that it was going to come out like in March of 2023, which it did. So to me, it's like, okay, they're gonna rush this. They're
Quick
gonna
turnaround.
right? And it's like it's gonna affect the quality of the movie and everything. And I actually liked it more than Scream 5.
Yeah.
It's not at the level of the original Scream movie, obviously, but I did like it more. It's just there's more gruesomeness going on. It actually kind of surprised me with a few things that was kind of new, and it's kind of hard to try to do something new and still be enjoyable for the fans, to stay within the Scream realm of things. So they did that very well. So I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts kind of the same. I watched Scream 5, and I was a bit let down. Once again, I feel like I was a minority. I think I saw a lot of people, at least personal people close to me, they liked it. I seem to have liked it less than most people. To me, it was too kind of clean cut. It just didn't do it for me. And I had some hesitation going into Scream 6 because I figured that same quality would cross over, if not get a little bit diminished due to that quick turnaround time. Yeah. Scream 6 was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Even upon my rewatch, I liked it. Because sometimes when you go into a movie with some low expectations and the movie either hits or surpasses those expectations, you start wondering if it's just because you set the bar low. And that rewatch for me sometimes does quite a bit. It was good though, man. I like the weathered mask for Ghostface. Yeah. That was awesome. I don't say too many spoiler things, but the shotgun scene.
Oh yeah,
that's like top 5 for me in the series. You just don't see that often. Can we speak spoilers? Is that okay?
I'm gonna say yes. It's been over a year. I think if you really wanted to watch Scream 6, you would have seen it by now.
But you don't see too many scenes where Ghostface is in the open public with a gun.
Right.
That was just a cool scene. And honestly, it may have just been me. I didn't guess the killer in Scream 6. I feel like upon the rewatch, it was quite a bit more obvious. But granted, it on a rewatch, you're picking up on things you might have missed. But for a whodunit, 6 times in a row, and the 6th one they nailed it for me. So
that's part of the thing that I like about the Scream franchise is that whodunit element in there. Because,
absolutely.
Don't we just get a horror movie, which we love, but there's this who did all this crazy horror things, right? Who's the killer? That part is another element there that I really like in Scream. Let me see here. Let me look at the live chat here. Evil Sneaker saying, thanks for the kind words to you and Austin. Yeah, definitely. Steve. Reverse Dio says, Scream is my favorite series. Love the fact that it can always be anybody, and it can always continue with someone else picking up the mask. And yeah, that's kind of the thing, because when we have like Jason or Michael Myers or whatever, they're always the same individuals, I guess, or entities or whatever, but they get killed and they come back somehow, and it kind of loses a little bit of its effect in a way. But with a Ghostface,
it's a mantle.
We can always have new, so we can always have someone new, and therefore we can continue be having Scream movies forever, as long as people keep watching it and stuff like that. So that's cool. I like that. Rick Artemis is ranking the Scream movies. He goes Scream 1, 2, then 6, then 3, 4, and then 5. So I'm assuming the first one was the number 1, right? So it's kind of like an order like that. And then the 5th one is the one you like the least, Rick. Okay. I think the one that I like the least is probably 3, in my opinion. But also, because I'm so glad 6 is your top 3 pick. Oh, yep, there you go. Let's see. It's time to bring back Stu, and you already made your case for that, Austin. Brick Artemis saying Scream and Thanksgiving crossover. Well, I don't want to go into spoilers when it comes to Thanksgiving, so I'll stay away from that. Oh, Brick. Oh, he's giving me the name Patrick Dempsey. That's what I was thinking of. Patrick Dempsey. Mr. Kuso says, hi, chat. Hello, Mr. Kuso. Thank you for dropping by. And you're always here on the live chat, so really appreciate you here. Storm says, I wonder if Ghostface will target Sydney's family. I'm sure that'll be a plot point if Neve Campbell were to come back. I mean, she's always a target, it seems like. Poor Sydney Prescott. Where'd you get that? Cody says, would be cool to bring back Matthew Lillard, but it will be kind of funny to hype his return only to find out he is the opening kill. Oh, that would be cool.
This is a good throwback.
Yes.
This is like the Drew Barrymore treatment in the first one.
Right. So
that'd be fun. Granted,
go ahead.
Granted, I think I would be upset. You know, I'm such a fanboy of Matthew Lillard and absolutely anything he does. This would be a fun throwback, though. You know, that's what they did with Drew Barrymore in the first one, right? You know, she was hyped up, she was on the posters, she starts the opening of it, and then sure enough, killed off.
This reminds me more of Halloween Resurrections when they kill off Laurie Strode in the opening scene. So I think maybe people would be pissed off about that, but it would be interesting if they did that. Storm says TV show was so good. So another person here who liked the series, and I have yet to see it. So I'll probably check that out soon.
You should. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I would also recommend the show Slasher on Netflix. It's like the MTV series, but more adult, no teen boppy stuff in it, but it's like a whodunit series. Really great. Sorry for the segue.
Okay, cool. Going back to Brick. First Scream season was great. Now, do you know how many seasons there are of that show, Austin?
There's 3. The first two are in continuity with each other, and then the third one's a standalone season.
Oh, okay. Storm says, hi, Mr. Q. Hey, Storm, says Mr. Kuso. Storm says, it was Brick, and they dropped the ball. Brick says, for sure, Storm. Let's see. Storm says, I like 6 harder to figure out who the killers are. Yes, most definitely.
Glad I wasn't alone with that.
Right. Let's see. Now, going back to Scream 6, actually, I only guessed one of them. Because you know how there's like technically 5 Ghostface killers in Scream 6?
Mm-hmm.
I only guessed one of them. The other, I was kind of like, I'm not sure who the other ones are going to be. But the Ethan character, I figured he would be one of them, not just the only one. But Storm says Netflix did have the Scream TV show. Not sure if they still do. Oh, you know what? I think I do remember seeing it on Netflix.
That's where we've watched it.
Yeah, it might still be there, or a Paramount Plus. So I'm sure it's on one of those two. Good old Spotchka Danny says to have Neve Campbell come back would be so embarrassing for Spyglass. Yes, it definitely would. It's like a middle finger while at the same time still working with them and getting paid by them. So yeah, that would be funny. 5 was meh. Yes. So I mean, I liked it, but I definitely didn't like it as much as
I'll say. You know what? I think Scream 5, I think one of the biggest things for Scream 5 for me, it lacked this atmosphere that Scream 6 had. Scream 6 kind of felt gritty, dark, where Scream 5 it just seemed too light the entire time, if that makes any sense.
I think I know what you mean. Now, they killed off Dewey in a kind of
they did.
In a dumb way. Spoiler, everyone. It's been 2 years now. Now, the thing that I had an issue with Scream 5, specifically with Dewey's death, is when you find out who killed Dewey, it's like that person wouldn't have the ability to have done all that stuff.
Yeah.
at least in my opinion. But I mean, you know, but he's a
agree.
legacy character. Legacy character killed off. Good old Spotchka says Jack Quaid and David Arquette was the only saving graces to 5 for me. Now Jack Quaid. Actually, I met Jack Quaid in September. He was a very, very, very nice guy, and I'm planning on meeting David Arquette on in 2 weeks in February at CreepyCon. So I'm excited to meet them. And yeah, I like both of them in Scream 5. They're great there. Brick Artemis saying Scream should do that what Halloween did and just make a new Scream 3 and X out the others with a new storyline. And they may just do that. You know, maybe the creators, the filmmakers who did the Halloween new movies, especially because that one guy, the director who was directing The Exorcist, he's out now. So maybe they'll get him, and then they'll do a Scream 7.
I would actually, I'd be okay with that. That'd be a fun one, or like a direct sequel to the first one and start a new timeline. That'd be really fun. And we also know, like, I would generally say that fans would get a bit confused, but I mean, anecdotally, look what happened with Halloween. People picked up on that really easily.
Yeah,
it didn't seem like people were confused, especially since Halloween 2018. Same title as a 78 one, but a direct sequel that kind of X's out everything else. Fans, they kept up with it. No one seemed confused about it, so
yeah,
it works.
Yeah, maybe they'll do that. Let's see. Good old Spotchka says, I'd be interested to see the requel treatment done. Make a sequel to the OG, bring Stu back, bring Randy back, and then Cotton, etc. Oh, even Cotton Weary. Or what does he say or what does she say in the movie? Cotton fucking Weary in Scream 2. Brick Artemis says yes, so he likes the idea of that. Storm says Miss Dewey. Slasher season 1 is the goat. And Mr. Crusoe says I haven't seen it, but Slasher looks good. And that's the Netflix is it a series or a movie?
It's a Netflix series that it's a whodunit series. Each season is an independent storyline, similar to like the MTV Scream series. Great, absolutely great show. If anybody likes the whodunit kind of slasher movies or series, that's a good watch.
Okay, cool. So I'll definitely check all those out here. Okay, so I think we might be caught up here. Let me see. Brick says, have you guys seen Totally Killer on Prime? I haven't seen that. Have you seen that, Austin?
No, I've seen it on there. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah, I haven't.
Is that that's the horror comedy one, right? That just came out.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but the title rings a bell.
Yeah.
I'm not even entirely sure which one it is, but there's one that I'm thinking of, but I can't remember the name of the stars who are in it. Storm says the slasher was fun, so we have another person who likes that. Let's go back here. We're just talking about Brick. And Storm says she liked it as well. Of course, Austin, I know you'd pick up some Slasher 1/6 figs. Is that right, Austin?
I would, yeah. I'm a sucker for it.
Brick says here, it's Back to the Future meets Mean Girls Slasher style.
That sounds awesome to me. I'm in just on that description.
Okay, I think I'm trying to remember which show or movie Brick is talking about. Let's see. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is just very quick. So this is Until Dawn. It's based on a video game, so they just announced this. Let me try to move this real quick here. And then Austin, just very quickly, you haven't played this. I mean, I haven't played the game, but have you played it?
No, I'm not really a gamer. I don't play any video games.
Okay, and I'm kind of
I just collect toys.
Right, so we just collect toys and watch horror movies. So this is a video game, and let me try to get the what you call it, the page here, the article. So it is it's kind of like one of those what do you call them, choose your adventure type of games or whatever it's called.
Like an open world game.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of like that. Let me try to get this here. Hold on a moment, everyone. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, so you guys can see that, right? Until Dawn.
Yep.
Okay, so Until Dawn video game movie in the works from David F. Sandberg, and it says a filmmaker David F. Sandberg, who has spent the past several years in the land of superheroes, is returning to his horror roots. Now, Austin, did you ever watch the movie called Lights Out?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
so it's kind of like a, I want to call it like an entity, I guess,
Okay.
like a thing, a creature, whatever, that it only like pops up if there's if it's there's no lights. And it came from like a YouTube a show or a movie. I think it was maybe like a short. And this guy here, David Sandberg, he was the one who created it, and then they made a movie out of it. And then he ended up directing Annabelle Creation, and then the 2 Shazam movies. Did you watch any of those movies there?
Yeah, I watched both Shazam movies.
Yes, I mean I like the Shazam movies, and I did like Annabelle Creation, but so they tapped David S. Sandberg to direct this Until Dawn film adaptation. It says the Shazam helmer was signed a deal to direct Until Dawn, an adaptation of the PlayStation horror video game being made by Screen Gems and PlayStation Productions. All 3 units fall under the Sony.
Hey,
corporate
Gio, one thing.
umbrella.
So sorry. The Scream franchise article is the one that's pulled up right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Thank you for letting me know. I was just like talking and you guys can't even see. Okay, so going back here. Gary Dauberman, the screenwriter behind the hit horror franchise It, Annabelle, and The Nun, is doing a pass on the script. And I mean, ultimately, this video game does seem to be pretty popular. Came out like in 2015, I believe. And like I said, I didn't play it, but I know it's one of those adaptations that I think a lot of people are excited about. But neither of us have played it, so there's like a certain contained excitement about it because I've seen the gameplay, but I never actually played it. So, but let me see if there's any information about that from the chat. Let's see. Good old Spotchko says, I feel like this got greenlit after they saw Dead by Deadlight getting this treatment. And have you played? Oh well, you say you're not a gamer either, right? So,
No, I haven't played, but I know Danny's a fan, and he's mentioned it to me several times.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Brick Artemis says the story to this game is so good, and like I said, I've only seen the gameplay. I never really actually played it myself. But
You play any video games, Gio?
Right now I started playing I think it's called the Quarry, which is very similar to this. I'm like in chapter, because I think there's like 10 chapters, and I'm in like in chapter 5, I believe. So I've been playing it like the last 3 weeks. I'm not as consistent because I always get distracted by something else, but that's the one that I've been playing. And then obviously I'm an MK Mortal Kombat fan and stuff like that, so I've been playing MK1 sometimes when I have the chance to do it. But
you
yeah,
collect
I'm also
6-inch figures, by
What
the
was
way?
that?
Do you collect any like 6-inch action figures?
No, not 6-inch.
Okay, well, I think I have some Mortal Kombat figures, and if you were to say yes, I was going to send them your way.
Oh, really? Okay. But no, but I mean, I appreciate the offer there, but yeah, I don't collect those, but yeah, I am a big Mortal Kombat fan, so I mean, like I said, I haven't played it recently, but that's the one that I have, and that Quarry game is the one that I've slowly but surely I'll go and finish it right there. Let's see if there's anything else here. I think we might be caught up with that. Okay, so let's move on to something else. You don't have anything else to say about this project, right?
I
Austin,
don't. No.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to, let me see. Okay, so we have this public domain horror takeover, right? So you've heard of this Winnie the Pooh horror movie, right, Austin?
Yeah, I watched it. Blood and Honey.
Did you like it?
Blood and Honey? Huh?
Right. Yeah, Blood and Honey.
Did I like it? Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good question. It was really bad. It was a very objectively bad movie. Even with very low expectations. Like going into it, I knew it was gonna be very low budget. I knew it was gonna be good, and it still surprised me with how bad it was. It may just be me. There's something fun though about these franchises or these characters going to public domain, and then seeing these spin-offs or recreations of them.
Right.
I disliked that movie because it was so bad, but I had fun watching it, and I will watch the sequel to it and be excited.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I watched it. My expectations were to the ground basically, and I enjoyed it enough. I was expecting it to be bad, and it kind of was.
Yeah.
But there was stuff that I liked from it because horror fans, so you're gonna like certain things.
We got some carnage candy in that one, man.
Right.
A lot of carnage candy.
And then they're making a sequel. Actually, I think it's already done. It's supposed to come out next month. So this was like the one that really kicked everything off, at least lately, when it comes to these public domain characters entering that horror realm. And Winnie the Pooh was the first one there, with the second one coming out next month. And there's some other ones that they're gonna do. Let me go back here. So we have Pinocchio. That's one of them as well. Let me try to remove this here. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing that. Okay, there you go. So there's that. That's not the one I wanted to show. I want to show a different one. Okay, so this is a movie called Pinocchio Unstrung, and it's kind of cutting up the image there. But so that's another one right there. Public horror, public domain horror movies that are coming out with this one here. And there's the Mickey Mouse one, because you know how Mickey Mouse just entered the public domain just this year.
The Steamboat version of Mickey Mouse.
Right, correct. So
this is gonna be the one that I think is gonna be the more exciting one. So public domain laws really were not put into effect by Disney, but they were changed a lot due to Disney and the money they were throwing at government to change some laws up and drag out the extension of the rights, And as we all know, Disney is a big stickler with their copyrights.
Oh yeah.
Hell, they've gone after schools making T-shirts with Disney characters.
Oh,
there's a lot of reasons why third-party companies, unlicensed companies, they don't really touch Star Wars because of the hellhole that Disney would throw. I'd be very curious to see how this one pans out more than the other ones, but I'm excited for it.
Okay, yeah. So and then I think it has to be like certain like the more modern Mickey Mouse, it's not public domain, so you can't use the list that we know now.
Yeah, it has to be that Steamboat Mickey Mouse. Same thing with Winnie the Pooh. It's not the iconic Pooh with the red shirt and no pants. It was like the original one. So there's like a slight difference for that, and that's why in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, he just wore like the flannel, the red flannel and pants, whatever it was. Yeah. So I mean, it's just like deviations of what the character was.
Right. And then when it comes to Steamboat Willie or Mickey Mouse, he can't like have the gloves, and I think the eyes have to look like this. It has to be like the little black little dots or whatever for the eyes. That will fall into public domain, but anything else that is more modern Mickey Mouse, or even the voice, I think the voice is also not public domain either. So they're making this horror movie here, and I think it's already about to come out in March. So I'm curious to see how this one turns out. And then I also mentioned the Winnie the Pooh that's coming out next month. And I think there's some comments there here. Let me see. Going back here to Denise Taylor Dennis says Winnie the Pooh horror movie that seems absurd.
That's the fun part, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Kuzo says it is so bad it's a good movie. I still wouldn't say that.
I don't my comment to that was I don't think so, because I don't think it was self-aware enough,
right,
to be one of those movies that it's so bad it's good. I don't think it wasn't campy, you know. It didn't have
right.
that self-awareness or that slight humor to it. It was just low budget, man. You know, I give them so much credit though, because even though like objectively I didn't think it was a good movie, what they're able to accomplish on essentially no budget. I can't remember what it was, but it was just a small budgeted film, you know. They did a lot in it.
Yeah. Brick Artemis says there was rumor that Rob Zombie was doing Steamboat, but he's not. Someone else, or someone is though. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I think it's Mickey something. Mickey, I think it's Mousetrap. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Mousetrap, and that's coming out in March. Let me see here in the chat. If the mouse lawyers see Tamu, Wish, etc. Austin says the mouse don't play, and yeah, definitely. So yeah, like I said, I've heard of examples where they go after like even like child care centers that they use like Mickey Mouse or Disney characters. Yeah. So Disney does not play with all that stuff. So
I mean, hell, even on YouTube, you know, I know trying to use a lot of Disney clips or whatnot, you'll get copyright strikes pretty quickly.
Yeah. So
I think they have an entire team of there's an entire segment of their company, a legal team, that's all they do. You know, they just search out copyright strikes or copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Amongst personal or private companies. Yeah. Public or private companies. So.
Let's see. So we're caught up with the chat there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the 2024 movie slate, horror movie slate. I mean, it's not the entire calendar of horror movies, right? It's just I just selected a few here, and this one is called I think it's called Imaginary, I believe. So he's like an imaginary friend that has a little teddy bear, and it kind of gives me those Megan vibes or whatever. Have you seen a trailer for this, Austin?
I haven't, but you're getting Megan vibes. I'm getting Ted vibes.
Oh,
if Ted just went off the rocks, you know?
Right. So that's coming out. I think it's coming out in March, and I think that's a Blumhouse studio or project. Another one is I think it's called. I'm kind of covering it right there. I think it's Abigail. So have you seen the trailer of this one?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so this one's about a. From what I gathered in the trailer, now Melissa Barrera is actually in this, and Giancarlo Esposito is in it as well. And so they're supposed to go into I think they're going to do like a heist or someone. They're going to go and break into some billionaire's house or something like that, and they were going to stay there for overnight for some reason. But there was this girl that's there. One of the daughters is there, and in the trailer it finally reveals that it's a Dracula's daughter. And so she goes nuts, as you can imagine, and there's just a bunch of like all these heistmen and criminals stuck in the house, and for some reason it gets locked up because of sunlight or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but
this gives me like Collector vibes. You know, we follow a heist in a house and things go awry.
Yeah. So that's what this movie is about there. And then obviously, I'm sure you've heard of Omen, right? Omen. So the first Omen. So that's an Omen prequel. That one's coming out in April. And then have you seen any of those Omen movies, Austin?
I haven't. No.
And I mean, it's been a while since I've seen some of those Omen movies. But
I've seen the original, you know, but
Yeah.
it's been a while though.
yeah, it's been a while for me as well. This one is Strangers, a new The Strangers movie, and I mean, I think you're a fan of this franchise, aren't you?
You know what? I'm a big fan. I really like the first one. I had a complicated relationship with the second movie. I remember going to watch Strangers Pray at Night in theater, and when I watched it, I don't know if it was my mindset or what it was. I didn't like the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like that
it fell very far from the grace of the first one. First one being a pretty simplistic, isolated horror movie with a lot of tension, and the sequel kind of went the direction of like a Terminator 2 or an Aliens, where they ramped up the action and kind of lowered the tier of like horror. But man, I've rewatched it like 3 or 4 times since then, and I love it. Man, this is one of those example movies for me where I watched the first time and I had an opinion, and then my rewatched, I kind of did a 180 on that opinion.
Okay.
Strangers Pray at Night worked a lot for me. The soundtrack was awesome. I think what threw me off is the relationship between the brother and the sister. It just felt really weird. I remember me and Danny were talking about it. He's like, man, I'm pretty certain they wrote it where the brother was actually supposed to be the boyfriend, but they changed it. I was like, that actually makes more sense to me.
Okay.
With that. No, I love the action in the second one. But yeah,
they're like in a trailer, like a trailer park.
Yeah, the soundtrack. I mean, one of the best parts, like when like the swim pool scene when they're fighting the swim pool.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Awesome. But I'd like to see them kind of go more into like the isolated horror, like the first one, though. You know?
Yeah, I think that's what kind of made it. The quality of it seemed to like be much better for that first one, maybe because of that component there. This is the Strangers Chapter 1, as it is called, and it's I think it's a planned. I think they're planning of doing like a trilogy or something regarding these movies, and it is a theatrical release. It's supposed to come out in May, so we'll see what happens with this franchise here. Like I said, I didn't really like the second one. I really did like the first one though. The next one here is Terrifier 3. Arts the Clown is taking over during Christmas time, and I'm very excited for this one. It was in my most anticipated, or one of the most anticipated movies of 2024. What are your thoughts on Terrifier 3, Austin?
So I love slasher movies, man. Slasher movies are my favorite subgenre of horror, and if you throw in Christmas horror movies into the mix, man, there's so much fun. I watch more Christmas horror movies in December than actual Christmas movies, you know?
Yeah.
Terrifier is a fun franchise. It's not the easiest franchise. It's a harder barrier of entry for a lot of people. A bit limited storyline. Gore is off the charts.
It definitely is, especially the second one.
It's not for everybody, but man, this seems like it's going to be fun, you know. And fun's such a weird term, especially with this kind of slasher, you know. But I'm so excited to see what they do with this and what the actual storyline is going to be. This seems like one of those movies that is fairly absurd in idea, but I think the execution's just going to be an entertaining watch.
Right. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. And actually, we have Mr. Collector Joey. He just dropped by saying, "Hey guys, hello there, Joey. Thank you for dropping by." And Joey has his own channel, Collector Joey, Copper Drop. Austin is on the panel weekly, so they talk about figures and things to that nature there. So make sure to check out Collector Joey on his channel.
Hey, Gio. One more thing. So I think one of the reasons why I like Art the Clown more than the Terrifier movies, if that makes sense. The character is so much more intriguing than what the actual storyline is, what we're watching. But I think the reason why I like Art the Clown so much is due to the actor David Howard Thornton.
Yeah.
So like before this, he was like a voice actor. You know, he utilized his voice, but he was in front of the camera. You know, and it's so funny because now in this role, he's not utilizing his voice whatsoever. He's only utilizing his body, which we didn't see him do in his prior engagements, you know? So it seems like such a different avenue of expertise for him. And it's crazy to see him do so well in this.
Yes.
With a voice actor who's professional at using his voice and the tone of it. But if you take that away, he's excelling even more. It's fascinating to me. And David Howard Thornton on social media, if anybody ever tries to like reach out or comment or do all that, he's pretty active on social media. He's a pretty easy celebrity to get in touch with too. So I think that's another reason why I like him so much, is because he's so passionate and actually engages with fans, and it's fun to see. So yeah,
and I
agree
with you that I think it's more about the character itself, because the movies, the story is not, you know, groundbreaking or anything.
No.
It's not, you know,
what
amazing storytelling.
No?
Actually, yeah, that's right. That's exactly the point. There's not really a story. It's just Art the Clown going crazy and nuts on all these innocent people, and it's just like, it is kind of funny to say that, you know, that it's a fun movie when we have Art the Clown doing the things that he does. And that's basically all he does throughout the entire movie. So, but it's very entertaining.
It's funny. I think that goes to show that, like, us horror fans, or at least like the slasher subset of horror fans, we're easy to please if you give us a really good villain and some good carnage candy.
Yes,
you know,
most definitely.
We don't need any fancy edits. That super crisp HD quality. This has a grindhouse quality to it, which I find more intriguing and scarier. Like, this has like that grindhouse quality where the quality of the movie, there's like a filter over it, and it's scarier versus like Scream 5, which it looks very clean and clear. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yes, definitely does. Mr. Crusoe says, I can't wait to see Art again. And so he's Terrifier 3 comes out in October, you know, perfect timing for Halloween. And then Mr. Crusoe just agrees with what you said, Austin. Yes, we are easily pleased, you know, when, as long as we see what we want to see in horror, you know, that what do you call it?
Carnage candy.
Carnage candy. The carnage candy. And there's definitely a lot of that here.
So much of it.
Yeah, so it's like, and then it's kind of interesting because, like, I like seeing Art the Clown, but when I'm watching the movie, either the first one or the second one, it's like I also want the good guys to just defeat him, because of the stuff that he does. Is like someone needs to stop him. So someone needs to stop him, but we want to see him do what he's doing, you know, in a fictional sense, right?
Yeah, I think that's like that. I think that's the odd thing about us fans, you know, the heroes in these franchises. It can be an odd thing because for some that's Art the Clown, you know, we're truly invested in just his carnage, and then you have the other idea of like, oh, someone needs to stop him. How are they going to stop him? What is that character going to be like? You know,
right. So that's Terrifier 3. The next one here is Nosferatu. Have you seen? So this is a filmmaker who made The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman. So he has a specific style. So some people may not like his style. As far as the 3 movies that he's done, I really liked The Witch. I didn't really like The Lighthouse that much, but The Northman was top notch as well. What are your thoughts on this, Austin?
I may be in the minority. I don't know what it is. It seems like, so I watched The Witch, and I knew it wasn't going to be my kind of movie. It was kind of like Hereditary, It was a very slow burn. But the thing is with the witch is even though I didn't like it, it wasn't to my fancy. I can still be objective and say it's a well done movie. Yes. Visually, it was compelling. Amazing atmosphere they created. Acting was top tier. Even the children actors in it, it was off putting actually how good they all were. I just didn't like it. Objectively, is good. In those metrics, you would break it down like that, and cinematography, the lighting, the atmosphere created, all that was great. Just wasn't my kind of thing.
And I kind of understand what you mean by it, because it is a very slow burn. All of his movies, all three of them. And I'm expecting this one, Nosferatu, to be to that same level as well, that same style. But
some movies deserve that style, though.
Yes,
you know.
And then the thing is, when I first watched The Witch, I didn't know it was a new filmmaker, right? So he just comes off like a seasoned director, a seasoned filmmaker. Insane. Like he's been doing this for decades, and it was his first movie.
That's why anytime I talk about that, that's why I have to pay my respect to it, because even though I don't like it, doesn't mean it's not good. Like objectively, it's so damn good, especially with what you said. Like it feels like he's seasoned. It feels like he's done this for 20 years.
Right, exactly.
So got to pay my respect.
So that's Robert Eggers and Nosferatu. We have a couple of comments here. Let me see. Brick Artemis says this movie is going to be amazing, and I think he might have been referring to
Art.
Terrifier. Yeah, Terrifier. So let me go back there. Brick says, I actually like the second better. Me too. Actually, I did like the second one better, and can't wait to see that opening scene to this third one. So you could imagine, right? Christmas, horror, Art the Clown. Yeah. Storm says, I'm looking forward to a new Nosferatu. Hopefully it's good. And Miami's Nemesis dropping by.
Chris.
So hello there. How you doing? Nice to see you here. And I think that's it for the chat. Any other final thoughts on the 2024 slate that I just presented today, Austin?
No, but I can't. I actually can't wait to see Nosferatu, because I can't wait to see the style of it. That dark. I kind of hope it's that dark, gothic. I do think a slow burn will do well with this kind of movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to get.
And then the Count is being played by Bill Skarsgård. I don't know if you're. I know you like Pennywise, because you have that Pennywise Hot Toys, right?
Yep, big Pennywise fan.
I really like Pennywise, both Tim Curry and Bill Skarsgård. I like them both, and he's going to be the Count in this one. Mm-hmm. And Willem Dafoe is going to be in it. Nicholas Hoult. So he has a nice
top tier cast.
Yes.
So at least we know whatever the script is, the acting portion, whatever the actors are given, they're going to nail. It's going to be near perfection.
Yes, most definitely. Okay, so we're all caught up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go this very quickly here. So for the people who are living in SoCal, the CreepyCon convention, I'm not being sponsored by them or anything like that, but CreepyCon is coming to SoCal February 3rd and 4th. So I'll be there the 3 days, and actually that might affect my shows that weekend. Met Report and Figures Talk. I may do one or two, or maybe combine them or something like that. But this is the CreepyCon. Let me see. Hold on a second here. Okay, but like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. But I've been going there since they started it, which was 2022. So this is the third annual one. And for this one, for you guys who live in SoCal, like I said, if you see me, say hello or whatever. So I'll be there, and I'm actually going to meet a couple of Scream actors like Neve Campbell and David Arquette and things like that. So I'm excited to meet them, so I can get that, because I'm collecting these Ghostface Funkos where I'm having the Scream cast autograph or sign them, and there's going to be a few of them that I haven't gotten yet at CreepyCon. So that's coming up there. Let's see. I think that's it for this. one right here. Austin, I think we're about to jump into that buy, rent, or destroy game.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
So are you ready for that? So I'll give you guys the rules here to the ones who are watching this and don't know the rules. And let me go back here and get those rules right now. Okay, so we have buy, rent, or destroy. So this is very similar to the keep, gift, or destroy game that I do on Figures Talk, but it's with movies and franchises. So I'll just say this one here. So buy means it's a movie / franchise that you can keep forever. So that is your movie. That's one that you're going to watch whenever you want. That is your top tier film franchise, right?
Okay.
Rent, it's a movie / franchise that you can view once every 5 years. Destroy, this movie / franchise will be destroyed and will never exist for you or anyone else, but you will remember that it existed and how great it was, but you yourself would never be able to enjoy it again, or anyone else. So those are the things right there: buy, rent, or destroy. Now, if you destroy any of these three, and then I'll give you what they are in just a bit, anything connected to it will go away as well, right? So, like, let's say for you it's going to be a horror thing, right? If it's Star Wars, then obviously anything connected to Star Wars will be destroyed. Or a specific, like Brick played the game last week. I chose for him The Amazing Spider-Man. So in this case, I just did it so that Amazing Spider-Man will be anything related to the Spider-Man Andrew Garfield franchise or movies would be eliminated had he had chosen that. So that's kind of how that goes.
Okay.
So let's see here. Brick Artemis says, I love this game. So I think Austin is ready to begin. So I'm going to press something real quick here. There will be sounds, so give me just a moment here. We're about to begin. Here we go.
I want to play a game.
Okay, Austin, are you ready?
I think so. Let's do it. I am very indecisive, so I'm very curious to see the stress I'm about to be put under.
Okay, so here's the first one. So I'm gonna reveal all three, and then you get to decide. And then I'll go into the live chat to see if people have their own opinions and stuff like that while you decide. Okay, the first one is Halloween. Michael Myers, anything connected to any Michael Myers Halloween franchise.
Got it.
So buy, rent, or destroy. The next one is A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Buy, rent, or destroy. And then the last one, Friday the 13th franchise. Anything connected to this particular franchise, including the series that is coming up. There's a series that's coming up on Peacock, I think later this year, including that. Going back to this Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't know if you're a fan of the remake from 2010, but it will be connected to that too.
Look, I want to say one thing about that 2010 one.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Great opening scene.
It is.
Great opening scene. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good on this.
Okay, okay, all right. I thought you had something else about it.
No. Okay.
Okay. So let me.
You know what's so funny? I grew up with Nightmare on Elm Street being my favorite, but when I grew up Nightmare on Elm Street being my favorite, and I thought Halloween was too tame. And it's funny how, as an adult, my appreciation for Halloween is actually so much more.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Halloween, buy, Nightmare on Elm Street, rent, Friday the 13th, destroy.
Okay, so let me go into the live chat real quick here, and then
Okay.
I'll get a summary from you again. Where was I? I was just there right now. Okay, so we have Storm says, bye bye Halloween. Brick Artemis says, bye Halloween. Oh, where'd you get that? Bye Halloween. So we're getting a lot of those right there. Miami's Nemesis says, Michael Myers, bye Freddy, Rent, Jason, Destroy. So Friday the 13th. Mr. Crusoe says, damn, Icon Showdown. All three of them right there. Yep. Storm says, Rent, Nightmare, and Destroy Friday the 13th. Probably. Brick Artemis says, Halloween, bye. Freddy, Rent, Jason, bye. So Friday the 13th is not getting that much love around here. Debbie Rosselli says, I love Freddy. Where'd you get that? Says, buy Halloween, Rent, Nightmare, Destroy Friday. Then Brick says, you have to buy the OG. So again, Austin, what were your choices again?
So Halloween, buy. Nightmare on Elm Street, Rent. Friday the 13th, Destroy.
Oh, so they're like in the order that I presented them.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So just so I can quote unquote mark it. So we have try to find the little image here. Okay, so Halloween franchise, you are buying that. So that is
Yes,
your
sir.
franchise. That is your movie right there.
That is.
And then the next one is the Nightmare on Elm Street. So you're going to rent that one. Let's mark it there. And then the last one, Friday the 13th, is going to be a destroy. So you're destroying all of the Jason movies. They are all gone. They no longer exist, including Freddy versus... Oh, I guess Freddy versus Jason too, because it's
Which that one actually does kind of hurt, because that is my most rewatched out of those franchises.
I really like that.
At least
really
Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so that was your choice. And I was trying to find out which franchises, like which horror movies you would have difficulty choosing. And I think the last one was Friday the 13th. I got some help with that, but that's the one that you end up destroying. So that's Friday the 13th. Jason, he is gone. And let's see, I think I have some other chat here. Miami's Nemesis says, this was easy. What if it would have been Terrifier instead of Friday the 13th? I was thinking of having you do Terrifier. How would that have been different?
I still would have destroyed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. You know what? Halloween is near and dear to my heart now, but so is Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, I have Freddy Krueger on my chest. You know, I have him tattooed on my chest for a reason. You know, love that franchise, love it. But he does get edged out a bit by Michael Myers.
Yeah. And then yes, it looks like you are frozen, Austin. But we can hear you fine. So we got that. So that's good. Debbie Rosselli says, my stream is about 5 minutes behind. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is, to be honest with you. Brick says, Scream or Terrifier. So, okay, so let's do that, Austin. So instead of Friday the 13th, what if it was Scream?
Oof.
And I thought about that too. So I thought Scream or Terrifier as a third one.
Oh man, that is tough. That is really, really tough. I would hate to say destroy Scream, but
this whole segment
I think I'm keeping Destroy Scream and renting Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street, man, it just means so much to me. I just remember watching that. I was like 6 when my dad introduced me to that movie, the original, the 84 one.
Yeah.
And it terrified the hell out of me. I had nightmares. It was like one of those really fun things, you know, where I didn't want to tell my dad I was scared or anything, you know, because it was just so much fun watching this grown-up horror movie and just being so damn scared. I can't get rid of that. And honestly, I need a redemption remake for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta keep that one around.
Yeah. And I think eventually they will. I think they've been trying to do another Nightmare on Elm Street, but I think there's an issue with wasn't there something about like if the screenwriter I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it went Wes Craven's estate. The rights returned to Wes Craven's estate.
Oh, okay.
So I think once they actually decide to license the rights out again.
Yeah. It's kind of. I think there was an issue kind of related to Friday the 13th as well. That we went back to the original creator, and they were kind of going back and forth with that one too.
That's done and over with now, huh?
It is. Well,
Yeah.
well, I think parts of it. I think there's some other things that they haven't made an agreement with or figured things out yet. But I think enough of it was taken care of that they can make a series for Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember the exact details. I don't remember if it's something to do that maybe Jason couldn't be introduced or something like that. Something off that was like, you can't really do that yet. Going back to live chat says, how is Austin talking without moving his mouth?
No, I'm so sorry, y'all. Frozen.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as we can hear you. Debbie Rosselli says, keep scream. And then it's just saying that you're frozen. Yes, so yeah, you're frozen. And I think you're still frozen, but we can hear you still, so we're good there. All right, so those were your picks, Austin, and yeah, I try to find something really hard for you. I know you're a big Halloween fan. I knew you were a Nightmare on Elm Street fan.
This was hard. I think the hard part for me too, I'm so indecisive by nature. Like being put into a situation like that's so hard. So yeah, this wasn't easy. Especially for like the Mount Rushmore of horror.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we're good with the game. So I think we're about to get into the giveaway. So let me go back here real quick. Okay, so now everyone, I mean, you have to be present, you know, in the live chat. Must be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, The Movie Canon, or following the Instagram page. So what I'm going to do first, and let me try to get a little graphic, the image there. So we're doing the Grand Admiral THRAWN Funko giveaway first. I'm trying to find the image. Where did it go? Okay, so oh no, it's up here. It's up here. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, so I'm doing the Grand Admiral THRAWN Funko Pop giveaway. So in the live chat, we'll do this first, and this may change later on. We'll do it like this for now. So go ahead, and if you're interested in this Grand Admiral THRAWN Funko Pop giveaway, in the live chat, state I am a subscriber or a follower, or you are both, just so that I know that there's enough interest here as well as there was in the actual Instagram post. So go ahead and do that. And there will be a trivia question. Like I said, this may change. I mean, it will change. I'll change things up. Doing the trivia is easy for me because before I've been using the little post-it notes, and it takes a while to like write it down. And then there's the websites that you can like track and, you know, automatically choose a winner. So I'll probably be doing that more as well. But for these, currently trivia, okay? And it may be related to the Funko or it may not. Just so you're aware of that. I do try to find some things that are not super hard, but sometimes I don't want it to be super easy either, right? So Grand Admiral THRAWN Funko Pop giveaway, that's the one that we'll be doing now. So let's see here in the chat what we have. And then Austin, I know we're not really talking about horror here, but overall, are you a THRAWN fan?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's one of my favorite part about the Rebel series.
And then you've seen him in Ahsoka, right?
Yep.
Let's see. So Brick Artemis says both. So we have a follower and subscriber. Denise Taylor Dennis says subscriber and follower. Miami's Nemesis says both. Cody, where'd you get that? Says I am a subscriber and a follower. Mr. Kuso, subscriber and a follower. Storm, I'm a subscriber and follower. And now just Debbie Rastelli, also subscriber and follower. Right, so I can't see the little image. Can you see that image, Austin? What Debbie Rastelli put in there?
Is it like a little squid? Is that what that is?
I can't tell what it is. At first, I thought it was like a boxing glove, but I can't tell what it is. But so yeah, so we got plenty of you guys here, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here now. I'm gonna ask the trivia question, right? And whoever answers first, whenever I see the comment in there, and because there's a timestamp, whoever I see that first, then you're the winner, right? For this Grand Admiral Thrawn Funko Pop giveaway. If there's a tie, then I have another trivia question that I'll do for the two who are tied, or whatever number that is. All right, so let me get here and get the trivia questions here. Okay. You guys ready? All right, so let's see. So I'm gonna go back here to the live chat again. So here's the question, okay? And you guys can hear me fine, right? There's no issues that you couldn't hear me, right? Because I know okay, good. All right, good. Here we go. This is for the Grand Admiral Thrawn Funko Pop giveaway. What is the name of Grand Admiral Thrawn's Captain of the Guard? State the name, or name the individual or character. And then we'll see who it is. Without saying it, Austin, do you know who it is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll read the question again here. What's the name of Grand Admiral Thrawn's Captain of the Guard? So whoever answers this first wins. We have okay. Birdie Moon's just looking. Hello there, Robbie. So just looking. Mr. Kuso, holy crap, Mr. Kuso, you won yet again. You really have to be like the luckiest guy, at least on my channel, because you've won so many times already on my channel, and you again were the first one. So yes, so you won. Cody, where'd you get that? Was second. Storm was third, and it was Captain Enoch.
Such an awesome look. I mean, he stands out because of how awesome he looks.
Definitely. Collector Joy says, congratulations. Way to go, Mr. Kuso. Let's go. Congratulations, says Brick Artemis. Debbie Rastelli says, great job. And of course, Miami's Nemesis says, congrats. So, yeah, Mr. Kuso, you won yet again. So
good job.
With Funko Grand Admiral Thrawn. And I almost canceled this one too because I didn't see that much interest, but we're able to actually get it done. Okay, so that's one of them, and there is another one, and this is the one that I started to do this year, that mystery Funko Pop giveaway. So I'll reveal who the winner, I'll reveal who the character is at the end, but again, there'll be a trivia question regarding this, okay? So let's go back here. And actually, before we do that, let me just do this my own little plug here. So again, this one is it's open, right? This is a Batman Lights and Sound giveaway. So I'm still doing that one. And then the Luke versus Darth Vader Funko. So as soon as I get the first 35 entries, minimum entries for one of these two, I'll activate it, and then the other one will be canceled or destroyed, whatever you want to call it. So that's still running there. Okay, so again, Mr. Kuso won the Grand Admiral Thrawn. So now let's do the mystery Funko Pop giveaway. So let's go back here. Okay, so again, it's going to be a trivia question. So I think it's the same. So I'll still use the same comments that you mentioned earlier, that you're a subscriber or follower. Obviously I use the same one, so I'm not gonna have you do that again. Let's see. Dave Rosselli says again. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, Mr. Kuso keeps winning over here, right? Congratulations, Mr. Q from Storm, and saying thanks, guys, from Mr. Kuso, the luckiest guy here. Okay, so let's move on to the actual giveaway. So let me get the question here. Okay. So here's the question. Henry Selick directed what became one of the most popular Disney animated films in recent memory. Name that movie. Then Austin, without saying it, if you know it, do you know it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this one might be a little harder. So I'll ask the question again. So Henry Selick directed what became one of the most popular Disney animated films in recent memory. Name the movie. So let's see who's going to be first with this one. Yep, we got it. Cody, where'd you get that?
Oh, it was that. Okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That is correct. So, Mr. Cody, where'd you get that? Just won the mystery Funko Pop giveaway. He was first. We have, what is it, Rick Cardoza. Says Nightmare Before Christmas. And I don't think I've seen you in the live chat before. So welcome. Thank you for dropping by here.
Hey,
Miami's Nemesis says Nightmare Christmas. Got that one as well.
good job, y'all.
And then Birdie Moon just has a skeleton or a skull. Storm also got it correct. Debbie Rosselli says congrats. Mr. Kuso says nice one. Congrats. Where'd you get that? And Birdie Moon, another skeleton, and I can't see what the other one is.
Christmas tree.
Oh, it's a Christmas tree. Okay, got it. Nice. Love that movie. Yes, it's a great movie. So we have the winner, and again, it was where'd you get that? Getting in there first, answering the question. And when I was trying to figure out the question, I was gonna try to sneak or include Tim Burton in there somehow, but I think it would have been maybe a given if I would have included Tim Burton somehow in there. But yeah, so he's the one that directed Nightmare Before Christmas. And as far as what the giveaway is, and let me reveal it now. Let me see. So, Mr. Where'd you get that? Cody, with this mystery Funko Pop giveaway during Horror Talk, you have won Jack Skellington Funko, and this is one that's actually I forgot which version this is, but I don't think this one is actually one from the movie. I don't think he ever wore this, but
No.
I just recently saw him release. I think it might be a Christmas one or a 30th anniversary one or something to that effect. So this is the prize for this one here. Let's see. Debbie Rosselli says, I must fly. Bye, guys. Thank you for dropping by, Debbie Rosselli. Really appreciate that. Then we have a little applaud from Birdie Moon. Bye, Debbie. And then you're saying bye to Debbie. And then we have congratulations. What is that? Face Orange TV shape? I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for dropping by there. And I think we're all caught up with the live chat. So this Jack Skellington was the giveaway. So congrats again, Cody. And I know, Cody, you've won before too. So there you go. Okay, so now that we're all done here and we have selected the winner, I'm going to just very quickly go into what's coming up on the channel. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a Figures Talk episode 3 tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And I do have a stacked panel tomorrow night. We have good old Spotchka Danny, the Figures Talk champion. Now, he's not defending his title tomorrow. He gets to rest for a few weeks until we figure out who's going to challenge him to try to get that title. And then we have a Broke on Toys, Juan. He's going to be on the panel. I'm excited to have him. That'll be the first time that he's joining us tonight here. And then we have Evil Sneaker, Steve. He is joining for tomorrow night as well. First time on Figures Talk on the YouTube channel, Movie Canon as well. So I'm excited for that. And then Mr. Yomo, Zach, he is returning for episode 3. Greatly appreciate that, Yomo, that you are joining me again here on Figures Talk. And Mr. Zio, Carlos, he is returning for the second time on my channel, Figures Talk. So he will be there as well. So it should be a lot of fun. We'll do the keep, gift, or destroy, talk Hot Toys news, stuff like that. So that should be a lot of fun as well. And on Tuesday, I'm doing a live reaction to the 2024 Oscar nominations and for the Met Report. Now, I know that this is not really a topic that most people are really interested, but as a big movie fan, big movie buff, the Oscars is kind of like my Super Bowl. You know, it's kind of like it. So I've always been following it and stuff like that. So I always, lately I've been doing the Oscar nominations live reaction, which come out on Tuesday morning. So I'll be doing that. It's going to be a short video because it's during the week and it'll probably be made like half an hour. So I'll be doing that. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in that. And let me see. There's a few comments here that I just saw. Storm says, stay safe and have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much, Storm. Thank you so much for that. Brick says, great show, guys. And let's see. Rick Cardoza says, missed it by that much. And then Collector Joy, fire, fire, fire. So there you go. Storm says, see everyone soon. Take care, Austin. Followed you on Instagram. So there you go, Austin. Another follower there. Let's see. Austin says, I will look once I'm done with this. Storm. Okay, got that. Love the Oscars, even though sometimes I feel like the wrong people win. So yeah, that's kind of part of it too, is like, well, this person shouldn't have been nominated or won, but that's kind of part of the discussion, right? So that's on Tuesday there. Briefly, Storm, be nice to have a good horror movie fan to chat with. My bestie is scared of them. Yeah, so I know some people are not big fans of horror. So that there's still quite a lot of us that are big fans of it. So there you go. So that's what I have coming up. And actually, I'm going to be on Zio's the Zio Lounge, I believe it's called, Monday nights unboxing. I'm going to join Zio there, and I'll give you guys more details when Zio posts his thumbnails and stuff like that. So I'll let you guys know when that is, or more details about it. Let's see. Rick Cardoza says, I hope Jeffrey Wright gets nominated. Yes. Actually, I would like him to get nominated only because of other movies that he's done, but I actually haven't seen the movie he's might be up for. So I may watch it tomorrow. We'll see, but we'll discuss that later on. Going back to the main page here, Austin, thank you so much for joining me here tonight, or today, I should say. This horror talk finally got you here. So what do you have coming up?
Oh, well, I'm not as active on YouTube as you. I just uploaded a video yesterday. All my stuff's kind of like vlog style. I don't live stream on my own or do any kind of content like that. I'm traveling for work next week, going to San Antonio for a few days. So I'll probably vlog a bit of that since I'll be in a new area with some new shops. I'll be busy with work quite a bit, but I'll be doing some fun things. Going to the Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder game for work events. And then, yeah, so kind of vlog all that, put that out there. But on Instagram, I post every day. Instagram's kind of like my main social media hub. And then, yeah, Instagram is just mostly like collectibles on my page.
Right, and then you're on Copper Drop.
This is true. Thank you. Good job. Yeah, every Thursday on Copper Drop, Collector Joey's channel, 9 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, every week for that.
Yeah, so that's 7 p.m. Pacific Time, Collector Joey's channel. Austin is part of the panel there weekly, so make sure you check that out. Talk about figures and things like that. So again, Austin, really, thank you so very much for joining me here today. Very excited to have you on here. Another big horror fan here, so I was glad I could have you. So thank you so very much.
Of course, the invite meant a lot. I'm glad I could make it. Thank you.
Definitely. Let's see if there's anything else here in the chat before we end the stream. Brick says Oppenheimer will own the night, and I think I agree with you, Brick. Great stream, guys, says Mr. Kuso. And of the winners, go ahead and message me on Instagram so I can get your. I think I may already have it because you guys have won before. So But just let me know that this is the figure or the pop that I won, or whatever the case on Instagram. So yeah, so I think that is it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching live. If you're watching the replay, I do appreciate that as well. Next week, the Met Reports. I am planning on doing another show next week as well. That's January 27th, and then I'll keep you guys posted as to more details about that a little later. And again, thank you again, Austin Nicholas. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. The link of his YouTube channel is in the description of this video, so make sure you go there and click and subscribe and like all of his videos that he has on there. So there you go.
Kind.
All right, so that's it for today. Thank you so very much, everyone, and I will see you guys next time.